This is Armenia at nighttime. We're going from Davtashen to Erebuni, and I want you guys to see how people drive here. It's very scary. I've driven here back from the airport. This same car, it looks like a van. It's called a Voxy Toyota. It's actually for sale. If you guys have anybody interested in purchasing a car in Armenia, please let me know. You sell it with Melik, everything. So this is the bridge. What is this bridge called? Davtashen Bridge. On the left side of Davtashen Bridge, there's a lot of very luxury houses called Zormek and Zoredku. On the right side, sorry for the bad window cleaning, but it was raining here. That's US Armenia Studio. This street is called Sasnatsared. The famous Sasnatsared that have been war heroes. Currently we're on a bridge. The bridge is sponsored by Vivaro Betting. So after you get out of the bridge, it's usually some sort of a traffic jam, but people have noticed, maybe I think like Waze app has told them, there's other ways around this area. Currently there's some sort of an issue in Armenia. They want the current prime minister to leave, so they've actually blocked up some of the main roads. Bagramian is the road that they blocked up with tents, so we cannot show you that area. We don't want to be in that area. You never know what might happen. But look at the way they drive. I cannot look in front of me because I do not like looking in front of me when another person is driving a car, because the way they brake is not the way I brake. Either way, so there's 3 lanes. The third lane you can make a left, and plus there's a countdown of how many seconds until the green light hits. We don't have this in America. I think America should create this, and this will create less accidents. You have 45 seconds of green light currently. And again, my cousin is driving. I do not like the way he drives, but unfortunately I have to allow him to do that so I could create videos for you guys. I'm sorry if I cuss in Armenian. So what is this area now? What is this main road called? What is this area currently that we are at? This is called Komitas. Anapkid and Komitas. We need to clean the windows for my videos. You know that, right? So
every day
rain coming. Yeah. So on top you'll see lots of wiring. This is not good for anybody, but they don't like to run their wires underneath the street. They have tiny coffee stands all over the city, and the coffee really sucks, but I don't know why they have so many stands. And I don't know who decides that, oh, this is gonna be my area for me to sell coffee on a street corner. Once, okay, see, we're there's no lanes here, so you could just drive however you want, unless the lanes are coming and it's a red light. Does this red light indicate anything for us? Maybe. Back about 7-8 years ago, nobody gave a shit. They just ran across the red light because they own a lot of businesses, or they had some pool power. What else? Brand new buildings on the right side. Before they finish building the buildings here, they actually sell the floor out. They sell the floor, then they get capital from the bank, and they continue building the next floor up. And everything is made out of concrete and steel and concrete. So even though this is an earthquake-prone zone, they decide to still do that versus America, where almost everything else is made out of wood. Okay, there's a car in front of us. He's pressing the gas, and that car doesn't know how to. The video for this one is called "We're Trying to Surprise Our Aunt," and so we have to get there by like 20 minutes. We're on the other side of town, Davtashen. We're trying to get to Erebuni. And my cousin, who does not enjoy putting on the seatbelt, drives like a maniac. On the left side, you will see a mall coming up. This is called Rio Mall, and it's not the best one, but it's there. On the right side, we're on top of where Gosgod steps finish. There's a very nice car in front of us, but my cousin is still trying to force him away. he's driving. I don't know what's happening. I'm not here right now. I wish I was not here. I don't know how people drive here. This is craziness. On the left side, actually on the right side is the Jeep dealership. Fiat Jeep. I don't know if they're still in business, but on the left side is Monument, Freedom Park. Brand new buildings are on this right side. Brand new buildings with amazing views are here on the right side. Why are you slowing down? Oh, there's a speed camera. Oh my god, I forgot. So every single place in Yerevan have new pop club. You just noticed that. Speed cameras, and the max speed that you can drive is 60 kilometers, which is around 30-35 miles per hour on the highway roads. These are highway roads. There are no people crossing the streets here. In front of us, in the dark area, is Marash. That's where I was from. On the right side is the Yerevan. On the back, you'll see a tall pole that is H1 or Hamig Armenian Studios. On the left side, this is the most famous statue of Mother Armenia. So this road that we're on is gonna get connected to another road, which is it's a two-street highway. That highway used to be railroad tracks, but they ended up breaking those down to create a highway that surrounds the city, so you could get to places quicker versus getting through traffic jams. See, that's an emergency vehicle. Nobody gives a shit. In America, when any sort of emergency vehicles are coming, no matter if you're going forward or backwards, you have to stop on the right so they can have the right of way. From this stop sign, if you make a left, you actually go to North Marash. That's where I'm from. I am not looking. My eyes are currently closed. I'm scared of his driving. So yeah, there are still people who live on the left and right side of this highway. And in order to get into their parking lot, they really need to brake. So it's a two-way street, one coming in, one going forward. Or one and one. That is, the lighted streets are going towards Monument area. These are some of the houses that are right next to just this area that was created for the highway. Very bad location to have a house at because it's always under traffic. It's always, I mean, that's a lookout unless it's something else.
Left side is a Sarita.
Yes, and right after Marash, where I am from, is another street in another area called Sarita. The area underneath the mountain. Sari, it means mountain. Tag means town. Mountain town. Lots of dirt, not well prepared streets. Lots of trash all over the place. I mean, we always wonder, we are very clean people, but we don't like cleaning other than our households. You can barely see what the towns are. They're kind of like stacked on top of each other, like Brazil or any other South American country. But between one and very old house and very bad looking house, there may be a guy who has some money. He needs to create a better house, so he doesn't care how his neighbors look or where his location of his house is. He will build a gigantic like mansion right next to a trashy place, and I don't understand how they could feel comfortable living in a place like that. That looks like a hotel or a new building that I haven't seen before. See, this guy's going on, 40 miles or kilometers per hour, and my cousin feels uncomfortable. He wants to take over him, but there's another car coming from the other side. And again, in the middle of a highway, they call this Barkats Milica, which is a police that looks like he's laying down. The only reason it's here because there is an intersection, so they want people to slow down. Yeah, so it's kind of not a full-on highway. There will be intersections. But look at this guy. Like, his garage is right there. He has to make sure his car's not getting hit every day. Another one. And then that road sign, I have no idea what it means. What does that road sign mean? Oh, no stopping zone. No stopping zone. No parking zone. It's a very scary place to raise a child. If you want to raise a child there, I wouldn't recommend having kids in this area, especially this way. There are some small, like, mom and pop shops, but overall, very scary place to drive a car. So what's interesting is people who are like well trained to drive a car in Armenia, when they come to America, let's say for business or whatever, and if they're gonna stay long, usually this was back in the 1990s. Usually they didn't pass the test because they thought the way their driving abilities are great in the country of Armenia should be the way in America as well. You may notice on the streets in front of us there may be squares or rectangular one-off or like kind of off-toned asphalt. The reason that happens is because the quality of the asphalt sucks here, and when they need to repair it, they don't repair the whole thing, they repair section by section, and it creates more unevenness on the ground surface.
Ես Բութան եմ, 10 րոպեից ոնց չլինի հասնեմ, չէ? Թափով գալիս եմ, Բութան եմ։
That's a weird ass left turn.
Դեսը հասնեմ հայտ զանգ եմ։
Oh, also that thing on the right side, that's the gas going into people's houses. It's on top of the street surface. How much is a liter? 430 drams, which is equal to around 85, 90 cents a liter. 1 gallon is worth 1 gallon is equal to 3.83 liters, so it's around, give or take, the same price in America. Let's see how look that it's happening. That's shaking as he has to. I've ever seen him drive. By the way, he looks like this.
Hello.
He's my taxi guy. So, as you notice, there are some cars that are parked on the right side that are facing forward and backwards. They don't care how the car is parked here. They have a lot of outdoor ATMs for payments of fees, including water, power, electricity, gas, and payment of your cell phone. That's what the trash bins look like here. The mayor of Yerevan has done a better job from the previous mayors to clean up the city with new trash bins and new trash trucks, I think. This is a police car, van, whatever. It's like a Chevy something. And again, like, heavy trucks are parked in the street, which is the main reason why these streets need revamping every year or two. You may find more pharmacies in Yerevan than any other country in the world. Armenians believe in taking drugs for everything. And they're natural too, they're not just, bad drugs. Oh, not just pharmacies, they have more salons, hair salons, than any other place. So my cousin has calmed his driving down because there's a cop in front of us. Բայց հարցտամ, ես մելիցան, որ մել դիմացնա, քեզի կարա կանգնած։ So why did you
Եթե problem ունեցող բանն եմ, ենթադրենք։
Օրինակ.
Դասեն մարդա մանգալի խոսքի ինձ գտել է։
Oh, okay. So that
Բայց
cop
կոնկրետ քշելու հետ կապված
So that cop is not an actual cop that will stop you if you are driving weird or illegal or something. But if they're looking for people or you're a person of interest, they may stop you. How come you don't bring your car and park it here? It's too far away? So my cousin, who's the driver of this van, is trying to sell 2 cars. If you guys have anybody in Armenia or any other country around here who wants to buy a really reasonably priced van, one is called an Alphard and another one is called Foxy. And the one that we're driving in is currently called Foxy. And you know what? Don't blame me. I do this all the time. I try to help people sell their stuff all the time. It's a tiny mini bus. I like this Yerevan. It feels big. The streets are wide. You know? It looks like a regular street. Or like our city. We're almost there, huh? Yeah, I just said that in English. Why are you pressing the signal? Or the horn? Driving in the city streets of Yerevan at nighttime. What's interesting is if they have regular markets that are not big, they'll still call it a supermarket. Because everybody knows what a supermarket is. It's a hero market. So in front of us is a very famous location. On top. Ինչ այդ վերևին ենք գոչվում?
Երևանի թանգարան։
It's a museum for Yerevan, and you could come and visit there. Armenia has lots of museums of history. We're a very old culture, and we love representing ourselves for the inventors of, being the first Christian nation. We've not being inventors, but lots of artifacts have been found in our lands for winemaking. It was said that Noah's Ark landed on Mount Ararat, which is currently under Turkey's power, but we still have the better view. Wow, bro, you're an amazing driver. If they had a Yerevan racing school, you would have won.
Երկրորդ հարկը սպասենք, էլ չենք կարող, չկա մեկը
Մարդկա ասում է։
Լավ։
So this may be like they live maybe about 15 miles away. We got there with the crazy traffic that there usually is within about 15 minutes. Lots of potholes, remember that. These buildings were made for people who don't have much of anything back in the 1990s, and they're very small. They're kind of like, I got 'em.